I'm happy that Russell Westbrook is getting the respect he deserves. Listen, we was all questionable about how he was going to be indifferent, but so far it's looked so good, man.
Russell Westbrook always been painted as like a menace in the league, and everybody that didn't play with him, bro, said he damn near the best teammate they ever had.
Remember when Russell Westbrook was bouncing from team to team, struggling to find his place? Now he's crushing it with Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets. How did this happen? In this video, we're breaking down the wild transformation of Westbrook, from a high-usage superstar to a key role player on a championship contender. You won't believe how Jokic's unique style of play unlocked a whole new Westbrook that nobody saw coming. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Picture this. Russell Westbrook, once the heart of the Oklahoma City Thunder, suddenly bouncing around the league like a basketball gone wild. It's 2019, and Westbrook's journey takes a wild turn. He leaves OKC, and things get messy real quick. Teams start passing him around like he's too hot to handle. First stop, Houston, then Washington. Finally, LA. But why couldn't he stick anywhere? It's like he's playing hot potato with his career and nobody wants to get burned. Here's the thing. Westbrook's stats with these teams? They look pretty good on paper. In Houston, he's dropping 27 points a game. In Washington?
Shout out to Russell Westbrook, man. Made history last night. 200 career triple-double, the most ever in NBA history.
Nigga, you blocking out. You doing all the stuff you don't practice when you play Rondo and Westbrook. Like, obviously, Westbrook was more of a scorer.
He's back to his triple-double ways, averaging 22 points, 11 rebounds, and 11 assists. Even in LA, he's putting up solid numbers. But here's where it gets weird. Despite all these eye-popping stats, these teams just aren't winning with Westbrook. It's like having a sports car that looks amazing in the garage but can't win a race. The Rockets, first-round exit. The Wizards barely make the playoffs. The Lakers, they don't even get that far. So everyone starts asking the big question. Is Westbrook washed up? Is this the end of the road for the former MVP? It's looking pretty grim. Fans are doubting him, analysts are writing him off, and it seems like no team wants to take a chance on him anymore.
Boy, he got 200 to spare for him.
Damn,
Took care of the Grizzlies
you ain't never
yesterday,
had one?
122 to 110.
Nah,
All that motherfucker passing you was doing?
Yeah, like for him to do that, getting 10 rebounds in an NBA game as a 6'3" guard is crazy, bro.
It's crazy.
But wait, what's this? Enter Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Just when everyone's ready to close the book on Westbrook's career, we get a major plot twist. The Nuggets, led by the reigning MVP Jokic, decide to take a chance on him. It's like watching a movie where you think you know the ending, but then everything changes in the last act. Now you're probably wondering, how did Jokic even get Westbrook on his team? I mean, it's not like Westbrook was in high demand, and the Nuggets, they were already a solid team. So what made them reach out to a supposedly declining star? Well, that's where things get really interesting. You know what's crazy? Jokic actually asked for Westbrook. Yeah, you heard that right. The quiet giant of Denver suddenly had something to say, and it wasn't about his next triple-double. Why would the league's top player want a guy everyone else had written off? Here's the deal. Jokic, the guy who usually lets his game do the talking, suddenly spoke up to management. That's not normal, right? It's like seeing a giraffe at a penguin party. It just doesn't happen. But Jokic saw something in Westbrook that nobody else did. He knew the Nuggets needed a spark, and he thought Westbrook could bring it. Now you're probably thinking, wait a minute, aren't the Nuggets all about Jokic and Murray? And you're right. Those two run the show like nobody's business. But there's a problem nobody's talking about. When Jokic and Murray hit the bench, the Nuggets fall apart faster than a cheap sneaker. Jokic saw this coming. He knew they needed someone to keep the energy up when he and Murray weren't on the court.
I'm happy that Russell Westbrook is getting the respect he deserves. Listen, we was all questionable about how he was going to be indifferent, but so far it's looked so good, man.
Russell Westbrook always been painted as like a menace in the league, and everybody that didn't play with him, bro, said he damn near the best teammate they ever had.
And who better to bring that energy than Westbrook? The guy's like a human tornado on the court. Jokic figured Westbrook could be the spark plug for that second unit. But here's where it gets really interesting. Jokic didn't just want Westbrook for his energy. He saw potential in Westbrook's intensity and competitive spirit. He thought Westbrook could make the whole team better, not just when he's on the court, but by pushing everyone in practice too. So Jokic goes to the front office and says, "We need Westbrook." Can you imagine being in that room? The MVP, the quiet guy who usually just shows up and dominates, is suddenly making roster moves. It's like he's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. This move shows that Jokic isn't just a great player, he's a basketball genius. He had a plan to fix the Nuggets' weakness, and he wasn't afraid to speak up to make it happen. But here's the million-dollar question. How exactly was Westbrook supposed to fit into this Jokic-centric system? That's where things get really interesting. Remember when Russell Westbrook was the triple-double king? Well, get ready for a plot twist that nobody saw coming.
Russell a dog, bro.
He top 75, Hall of Fame, MVP. Hopefully he can get a chip.
Man, because the way he was disrespected in that time period, and obviously he didn't always play the best.
That's darn him fault though, bro.
The Westbrook who joined the Nuggets wasn't the same player we all thought we knew. His new role? It's gonna blow your mind. When Westbrook first suited up for Denver, everyone was holding their breath. How was this ball-dominant superstar going to fit into Jokic's pass-happy system? It was like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. But here's where things get wild. Westbrook started changing his game. You know what's crazy. Instead of demanding the ball like he used to, Westbrook started cutting to the basket. He was moving without the ball, creating space for his teammates. It's like he flipped a switch and became a whole new player overnight. But that's not even the craziest part. Westbrook turned into a defensive monster. He was flying around the court, getting steals left and right. When he got bumped up to the starting lineup, he averaged 2.3 steals per game. That's insane. It's like he decided, if I'm not going to score as much, I'm going to make sure the other team doesn't either. Now, let's talk about his stats. You might think they'd take a nosedive, right? Well, not exactly. Yeah, Westbrook's scoring less, but check this out. The team is winning more. It's like he figured out that sometimes less is more. He's not putting up those flashy triple-doubles anymore, but he's having a bigger impact on the game. This new Westbrook, he's not trying to be the star of the show. He's all about making the team better. Whether he's energizing the second unit or filling in as a starter, he's become this crucial piece that makes the whole Nuggets machine run smoother. But here's the thing, changing your game after years of being the main man, that's not easy. Westbrook had to swallow his pride, adapt his style, and trust in Jokic's vision. And you know what? It worked. Westbrook 2.0 was born, and he's proving all the doubters wrong. But the real test was yet to come. What happens when the pressure's on? When the team really needs Westbrook to step up? That's where things get really interesting. Westbrook's journey with the Nuggets isn't just a comeback story. It's a masterclass in adapting your game and putting the team first. This guy went from being the triple-double king to a defensive powerhouse and energy spark. And you know what? It's working better than anyone could have imagined. Here's the crazy part. Westbrook's doing less stat stuffing, but having a bigger impact. It's like he found the secret sauce to winning basketball. He's not trying to be the star anymore, he's just trying to make his team better. And the Nuggets? They're loving every minute of it.